In the year of 2000X, a super robot named Mega Man was created. Dr. Light created Mega Man to stop the evil desires of Dr. Wily. However, after his defeat, Dr. Wily created 8 of his own robots to counter Mega Man.
And well, that is the beginning to the one and only Mega Man 2. This is the Mississippi King welcoming y'all back to Let's Play Mega Man 2, the first part of my next LP. And this is different, there are actually 2 difficulty select versions. We're actually going to be playing on difficult mode, because I'm just that hardcore. But yeah, this is the one that everyone's been waiting for. The big one. The most popular one so far. And right off the bat, this is different from the first Mega Man. We have Bubble Man, Air Man, Quick Man, Wood Man, Crash Man, Flash Man, Metal Man, and Heat Man. That makes 8 Robot Masters instead of 6 like in the last game. This became a standard for each of the successive Mega Man games. In like pretty much every Mega Man game ever, it's 8 from now on. So first off, we're going to be tackling Airman. I know, not the most original choice, but trust me, this order will be quite different from what a lot of people do. Because, trust me, I have something in mind for that. But yeah, from now on there will be 8 Robot Masters. And furthermore, the selection screen for the Robot Masters, the way it's designed, that's actually something that Mega Man 2 standardized. So now all of the Robot Masters will be organized in the same way that they are in Mega Man 2. But yeah, Airman's stage is actually pretty fun, I must say. This game is like a juggernaut. This is like, I think it's the best-selling one in the series, and with good reason. It is arguably the best. The music is stellar. The gameplay is top-notch. It refines so much of what sucked about the original, and got rid of some features, as well as added some things that would become series staples. And we'll get into more of that later on, but trust me when I say that, like, this game standardized a lot in the series. This game is also really well made. It's just, the level design is stellar for the most part. We will get into some things that kinda suck about this game later on. Trust me, it's not perfect, and there are some problems. But yeah, I love this game, and pretty much everyone else does too. So in case any of y'all are doubting my ability, oh yes, I can defeat Airman. Y'all have no idea how long I have been waiting to make that joke, but yes, Airman is easy. In case y'all don't know, I Can't Defeat Airman is actual. Just look it up. Y'all will see, like, it's the most epic song about sucking at Mega Man 2. I know that's a very narrow category, but it is indeed the most epic song about sucking at Mega Man 2, because basically, it's about a guy who just can't defeat Airman no matter how hard he tries. And he just keeps on failing. He's easy, if you ask me. So it's like he needs the item number 2. And so in order to get that, you get it from, well, Airman. Y'all will see. And so it's useful to get past a point in Heatman stage. I'll show y'all what I mean later on, but nevertheless, he keeps failing, so he tries to get the leaf shield and can't defeat Woodman. Oh, and by the way, he actually needs an energy tank to defeat Airman. And if any of y'all need to get an energy tank to defeat Airman, and y'all still can't beat him, that is some utter suckage. You see, he needs the leaf shield to beat Airman because, as I showed y'all before, like, the leaf shield is his weakness. But in order to get the leaf shield, well, Woodman's weakness is the atomic fire. He can't get past a certain part in Heatman's stage, and, well, you see the problem? You see the loop? And the solution is simple though, metal plate! But I don't need any of that crap. I can beat Airman without any of that stuff. I can also beat Woodman without his weakness as well. And I can also get to a Heatman without item 2, so yeah, that's one thing. It's not actually that hard. It's annoying and tedious, but not that hard. And now I'm tackling Quickman's stage. Y'all may think I'm absolutely nuts, that I done gone bonkers, but I'm telling y'all, it's not that hard. I'm actually just really cracked up, and I can beat this stage without any problems, without Quickman's weakness, just cause Quickman isn't as hard as people make him out to be. He's annoying, but not, like, super difficult, and he's not that hard. And the reason I'm taking him on so early is because he has one of the best weapons in the game. No questions asked. As y'all can see, the air shooter makes short work of these mechs that are piloted by the Joe Schmoes. What are they called? I don't know, someone may tell me in the comments, and I may not take note of it, but who knows. But nevertheless, let's actually fight Quickman. And Quickman is actually pretty easy. Well, okay, not really. He's not as hard as people make him out to be, okay? He's annoying and jumps around a lot. Or we could just straight up die. That works too! That is completely acceptable. No, it's not, but nevertheless, like, he jumps around a lot, and you don't want to get hit by his boomerang, so focus on dodging them. Dodge them at all costs, because, like, if you focus on dodging them, that's, like, probably, like, your main priority is just dodge, dodge, dodge. If, like, you don't dodge them, then he can kill you pretty quickly, so, yeah, as y'all can see, he can go down pretty easily if you just, like, you focus on, like, just not getting hit. But, yeah, next we're going to tackle Bubble Man. Yep, and he's pretty easy too. Yep, I can beat him without his weakness as well. I think I can beat all of the Robot Masters without their weaknesses. They're just pretty easy, folks. Can y'all blame me? But anyway, with regards to Airman, you'll notice that one of the quote-unquote good point about Airman is that he is putting on airs. I don't think that's a good point. Oh, and by the way, Clement, putting on airs is an actual English phrase. It's not English, it's actually a proper phrase. And it means pretending to be like something you're not. That's not a good point. If you ask me, who writes this stuff? Seriously, I need answers. I need answers to these questions. Who writes this stuff? And yeah, I got the quick boomerang because it's the best, one of the best weapons in the game. As much as people gush about the metal blade, the quick boomerang, that is also really good. It has a fairly short range, but it can just shred through anything in its path. It's absolutely insane. But nevertheless, the music in this game, it's stellar. It's inspired a ridiculous amount of remixes on the likes compared with like Zelda or like the Mario games. Y'all can't believe it. It's just, there's so many remixes, and it's like, just Google it and y'all will see that the amount of remixes is insane. And with regards to, like, what's it called, Airman being a good point about him is that he's a show-off. I don't buy that! Like, who writes this? Like, Iceman, a good point about him was that he was a show-off. I don't think that's a good point. Seriously? Who comes up with this crap? If we forge forward, we run into Metroids? What? What is going on? This isn't Metroid. Well, I guess Dr. Wily certainly seems to admire the Chozo. Or something. Admittedly, I'm not too familiar with Metroid lore, but nevertheless, those were some Metroids. I'm telling y'all, I wasn't making any of that crap up. But yeah, we can just forge ahead and continue and further continue and just keep on going. Or we could just straight up die. That works too. That is completely acceptable. Actually, no, it's not. It's quite embarrassing, actually. I swear I am not normally this bad when I play Mega Man 2. I can get through Bubble Man's stage without dying, without his weakness, without any other items in general for that matter. He's actually pretty easy. And his stage is pretty easy too. I'm making it look harder than it actually is. Also, Bubble Man, on a side note, is the first humanoid robot in the universe that is designed for underwater combat. Yes, in the universe. You heard that right. I don't know how they know this, but apparently it is. I don't know. Well, I mean, for a first iteration, he's actually pretty terrible at that. But nevertheless, let's actually fight him. His weapon is called the Bubble Lead. Or is it the Bubble Lead? I have no idea, because English spelling sucks! It is absolutely horrible, which is why I'm going to be speaking Spanish from now on. Okay, not really, but actually I can speak some Spanish. But nevertheless, Bubble Man is a pushover. An absolute pushover. And yeah, I am just, and in case y'all can't tell, I am really excited to get around to playing Mega Man 2. I mean, this game needs no introduction. It's like the game that saved the series, the game that created a gaming icon. I mean, what more do you need? There is no introduction needed for this game. Also, y'all can probably tell at this point I keep avoiding Metal Man's stage. Why? The reason for that is, well, I want to show off some of the other awesome weapons. Because it's not like the Metal Blade is the only good weapon in the game. There are a lot, and I am going to be showing them all off. Okay, not all of them are great, but I mean, like, the air shooter is really great. I mean, okay, granted, it does use up a decent bit of weapon energy, so it's not necessarily a perfect long-term weapon to be using, but it gets the job done. I must say, it's actually pretty good. It can also make short work of them mechs y'all saw earlier, but them bazooka Joes, they ain't a match for me with my air shooter. That's not actually why I tackled Airman first. Well, yeah, it kind of was, but I sort of wanted the item too. But of course, it's nice to have the air shooter as well. And now we're tackling Woodman's stage. And there's actually a trick to beating him without dying. Well, I mean, without taking any damage. And, well, I can't guarantee I won't take any damage, but nevertheless, he's actually a lot easier than he looks. I know that seems strange, but believe me, he is. Oh, and on a couple interesting side notes about this game, apparently in Japan it was known as Rockman 2, the end of Dr. Wily. No, actually it wasn't, I'm just pulling your leg. No, actually I was mistaken, and I'm trying to fool you into thinking that I was pulling your leg because the secret shaman, Christian, Buddhist cult cabal that's up to no good, and it is bent on instilling a crypto-fascist dictatorial system of the man upon the South Korean people, is just trying to mess with y'all. Yes, there's actually a top-secret Christian shaman, Buddhist, no-good cult cabal of South Korea that is bent on instilling a crypto-fascist dictatorial system of the man upon the South Korea. Where am I going with this? Anyway, back on point. This game was actually known in Japan as Rockman 2, the Mystery of Dr. Wily. The third game was actually called Rockman 3, the end of Dr. Wily. I just got them mixed up. And that's the weird thing, like a lot of the Japanese versions of the Mega Man series, like, they all get, in Japan, their own, like, subtitles. But in America, they don't get that at all. And another interesting thing, like, it takes place in the year 2000X. Cause y'all remember that? I sure do. Like, you know, that time when robots took over? That totally happened. I don't know what y'all are talking about when y'all say that it never happened. It did. But anyway, let's actually fight Woodman. And not the secret Christian shaman, Buddhist no-good cult cabal of South Korea that is bent on instilling a crypto-fascist. And I died to him, that's just swell, ain't it? Just frickin' swell, I swear it! Anyway. I swear, I am not normally this bad at Mega Man. I'm not normally this bad. Normally, I can beat Woodman fairly easily. There's actually a trick to it. Let's actually get this right for once. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. This is just horrible. I mean, like, so you sort of, like, stand at the edge, and then, like, you jump just when the leaves are about to hit the ground, to touch the ground, and you can always dodge it. Now, you will have to change things up, like, when he gets close to you, so, you can just move around. But anyway, Woodman isn't a problem either, so yes, I can defeat Woodman too! And with that, there are only 4 Robot Masters left. Metal Man is up next. And once again, I feel I should mention I love this music. I'm telling y'all, this game just... I know I've been gushing about it a lot, but, I mean, what else can I say? It's just amazing! It's really good. I love this game. I love the Mega Man series. And, you know, the music is just stellar. Also, a side note on Bubble Man, apparently he dislikes oil slick. I don't know whether that's a reference like Metal Man, because like you use oil to fix it, or maybe it's just because water and oil don't mix. I have no idea, but yeah, I'm not quite sure I get that. But that seems to be what the issue is. But nevertheless, it's time to actually take on Metal Man, because, like, he's pretty easy without his weakness. I actually have it, but this isn't why I fought the robot master that carries his weakness. The reason I did that is just because I wanted to show off some of the many great weapons in Mega Man 2. There are a lot. And that's the thing, I think this game is just some of the best weapons in the series. I mean, what can I say? It's just an amazing game. And I think it really does withstand the test of time. I mean, Mega Man 2 is like Street Fighter 2 or Team Fortress 2. Nobody cares about the original. It's like, and it's not hard to see why. This is so much of an improvement. I mean, there were a lot of, well, there were several, shall we say, questionable design decisions in the first Mega Man game. Furthermore, it was just sort of, shall we say, rather cheap, I guess for lack of a better word. Like, the AI is somewhat easy to exploit. I mean, I'm not saying that makes the first Mega Man game, like, super easy or anything. Actually, I kinda think that this game is easier, but nevertheless. The Bubble LED, or Bubbly, again, I hate English spelling. But, yeah, it actually releases, they move along on the ground and go down surfaces. It can actually be really useful to take out them spring things. But let's actually take on Metal Man. I bet y'all have never actually seen Metal Man fought with his actual weakness. I mean, most people just take on Metal Man or Airman first, so they don't know what Metal Man's weakness is. Of course, the Quick Boomerang is awesome, and the Metal Blade, well, yeah, it is an awesome weapon, I'm not gonna lie, but again, like, there are other great weapons in this game. It ain't just, you know, it ain't just the Metal Blade. Your shooter is pretty good. The Leaf Shield has a few important uses, but I guess that's all for this video. In the next video, we're gonna take on Heat Man, or, well, the rest of the Robot Masters, actually. But, this is the Mississippi King, signing out. So, see you next time.